Do you want to play Lunar but don't feel like waiting for mid-January for Moonrise to release? Then you're in luck! Hello, I'm Constellation Gaming, and today on Decklist December we'll be taking a look at Drakking, a powerful Celestial that can win the game the moment it connects an attack. To start off our Celestial package, we'll be running 3 of the best bunny. Aster Rabbit. Rabbit's ability to help the consistency of a deck is second to none in this game, so we essentially always play 3. Next we have 3 copies of Eddie. Eddie, being one of the few Celestials that can easily drop and kill a rabbit, is very relevant. Not only that, Eddie plays around every single counter rune in the game with the exception of Gorgon's Gaze. Another Celestial that we play due to the fact that it gets around counter runes is 3 copies of Galaxy. Not only does Galaxy play around counter runes, it also plays around Cryoblast due to the stat changing rules in Celestials, and it also, on top of all of that, punish your opponents for misenchanting to play around Tsunami. Now to pair with Galaxy, we're running 2 copies of Moostation. Not only does Moostation work very well with Galaxy due to its 6 defense, but even without Galaxy, you can still utilize its ability to attack over most Celestials, including Aster Rabbit. Or if need be, you can always sit on Moostation as a wall to ascend over him the next turn. To play as a large beat stick and to pair with our Eddies, we're playing 1 copy of Curubus. Since we don't have an abundance of spirits on board, Curubus's ability won't really be too relevant for this deck. However, by misenchanting it with a Frost Spirit, we do ensure that Curubus has the ability to play around Cryoblast and cannot be killed by it. Since since Curubus only has 2 weaknesses in Galaxy and Cryoblast, that means Curubus will only have 1 weakness from now on, making it an extremely potent Celestial. The next Celestial we're playing 3 of is Spectaris, a 4/2 lunar Celestial that states the Spectaris gets +1 attack for each suppressed Celestial on the field. When this Spectaris enters battle with an Celestial, you can suppress that Celestial until the end phase. So essentially, Spectaris nullifies the opponent's ability and makes it so that way he is automatically a 5/2 in every single combat. We mainly play Spectaris due to the fact of how potent Galaxy right now, and also Viscerous. Spectaris attacking into either of them will shut down their ability and easily kill them, so Spectaris is a strong pick at the moment. Next, we're running 1 copy of Drakid, a 2/2 lunar Celestial that states you can target a 1 spirit Celestial and exchange its base attack with this Drakid's base attack until the end phase. When a player casts Rock in a hard place, you can special ascend this Drakid into Drakking. Now, utilizing its ability you can win fights that Drakid really has no business winning. But honestly, the main reason we're playing Drakid is so that way we can turbo into our Big Daddy Drakking. A 7/4 that can win you the game by stealing your opponent's Lestrals and using it against them. Now to finish off the Lestrals, we're playing 1 copy of Lavalith. Lavalith is extremely broken and we have room to play him, so why not play him?
Before we continue, I do want to remind everybody that I will be giving away a Reverse Stellar Exaltus at 100 subscribers. All you have to do to enter to win this beautiful card is like the video and subscribe to the channel, and you will be entered. Without further ado, let's get back to the video.
To start off the runes, we'll be running 2 copies of Rock in a Hard Place. A 2-cost Water and Lunar Invoke rune that states this Rock in a Hard Place cannot be chained by counter runes. Target a rune and an Celestial on an opponent's field, that opponent destroys 1 of them. This can be used as a kind of awkward earthquake considering the fact that most of the time your opponents will actively choose to destroy their Celestial due to the fact that they don't want you to take it over with their Drakking, or with your Drakking. Rockin' a Hard Place can also be utilized in tandem with Eddie and also with Drakid, so that way you can turbo ascend into your Kuribus or your Drakking. For the rest of the runes, we're playing a pretty typical rune package, so I'm going to be pretty quick in explaining it. We're playing 3 copies of Ambrosia. Healing is extremely strong in this game due to the fact that everything takes your life in order to play, so we pretty much always play 3 copies of Ambrosia in every single deck that we play. For our removal package, we have 3 copies of Cryoblast, 1 copy of Earthquake, and 1 copy of Resting on Your Laurels. Cryoblast can instantly destroy anything with with less than 2 defense. Earthquake is non-conditional removal that costs 2, and Resting on Your Laurels is removal that can easily get us back in the game as long as they are up 2 spirits from us. Moving on to the counter runes, we are playing 3 copies of Gorgon's Gaze, 3 copies of Poison Tipped Arrow, 3 copies of Shield of Achilles, and 3 copies of Tsunami. Gorgon's Gaze is there to say no to pretty much anything that an opponent's Celestial could even consider doing. Poison Tipped Arrow is there for removal, and its -2 attack can be relevant in saving our Celestials sometimes. Shield of Achilles is there to bounce threatening Celestials back to hand, and Tsunami is there to blank an entire battle phase unless they are water enchanted. Moving on to the Spirit deck, we'll be running 2 copies of Zaptor. For our Aster-Rabbit, we'll be running 2 copies of Taratlus for our Earthquake, 2 copies of Vipyro for our Lavalith, 5 Owloon for our Lunar Celestials and our Rockin' a Hard Place, and then we are running 9 Leviathan due to the fact that we have a pretty large water package in this deck. What do you think about Drakking? Would you run this deck? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe, as I do put out videos every single day. Peace.